Good afternoon, everyone. It's Hanifa Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my thoughts and contemplative time have been all about the two words, know thyself. And I suspect many of you have heard those words before, and I wonder how many people are really consciously trying to know themselves. And oftentimes we kind of feel like we do. So today I thought I would talk to you about this a little bit more so that you would understand a little bit behind this concept that I'd like to share with you. So the first quotation that I came across, I had to share it with you because it's by William Shakespeare. And he says, "How comes it that thou art then estranged from thyself? How comes it that thou art then estranged from thyself?" And this is the thing, right? Most people really feel like they know themselves. And we do, kind of, right? So there's a lot of information we've gained in our lives, and even young children kind of know what they like or they don't like. We can think about the different areas, right? We can think about the body. We can think of, oh, I like this temperature, or I like being in action. So people who are liking exercise would say, oh, I love exercise. I always feel so good on my body whenever I exercise. And people who don't like exercise, I really like to take it easy and just have a gentle day. And maybe they're most aware of how comfortable their bed feels. So what's really pleasant for them might be the comfort of their bed. And then of course we also know what kind of things we don't like, what the body doesn't like, right? So body doesn't like to be pushed or shoved, or body doesn't like bruises, and body certainly does not like the feeling of pain. And then we can look at the mind. And as soon as we kind of understood the body, we started looking at the mind that, oh, you know what, this is why I'm not so content, perhaps. And there's a lot of our society that is in that space. It's not so content. And all of us go through this at some point, right? So Buddha talked about suffering and overcoming suffering. And all ancient scriptures have talked about this process. And it's very much linked with the mind. And how does our mind think? And it's so interesting that we spent a lot of time trying to figure out the mind, that, oh, because this has happened in this person's life, this is why they're behaving this way right now, or this is why they think this way right now. And we kind of understood that, and or thought we did. And again, many people are in that process. And I think that's such an important detail to know. Like, we need to know what is comfortable for our body, what is not. We need to know what kind of things are comfortable for our mind or what is not. And yet we also have to know what kind of capabilities we have, right? So if my muscle is weak when I'm lifting something, I know that if I work on it, I can build it up. If my mind is not so comfortable when I hear about something, I know what I can do to build up the strength and resources of my thought process, right? And then there's something even beyond that. Have you ever gone through an experience where it's like, wow, I don't know how I got through that? And most of us have in some time or space. For me, it might have started with academics that, wow, I can't believe I finished all that studying. Or it could be with like setting up a practice or all sorts of different things. I think, wow. But my mind would like to credit my mind of, well, I thought about the right things. I put the right things together. I had the right people who were helping me, all sorts of things like that. Well, there was also another energy that was flowing through me. And today, more than ever, I'm very aware that this is the other energy that I am spending more time in understanding. When we talk about know thyself, this is often that unseen force and energy that many people, philosophers, poets, sages, mystics, spiritual leaders, and psychologists even. So again, in neuroscientists, all sorts of people actually spend a little bit more time trying to understand this space. Now, it's very, very normal, I'll say, about studying this from a spiritual perspective. And some of you know that I've written a book that I'm putting a link under this video for the series of videos. That's the entire audiobook on my YouTube channel. So you're welcome to look at that if you'd like to grow in this way too. But truly, learning the information is really good for our mind. Learning information that helps us know about ourselves is the academic first bit. Then the next bit might include meditation or contemplative time, and I would strongly encourage you to do all of that too, because even if you're not watching or listening to that audiobook, There's so much information out there, and we can really fill our minds with information. But to experience the information is a very different step, and that can definitely benefit from meditation or mindfulness or contemplative time. So, this next quote that I came across was by Nelson Mandela, and I loved it. He says, "Learn to know yourself, to search realistically and regularly the processes of your own mind and feelings." And you know that I would love this quotation. It's the first time I've seen it, but I absolutely loved it because, of course, you know I work with grief recovery and brain retraining. So, of course, these would be the areas that I am definitely drawn to focusing on. But I would encourage that everyone focuses on it because it is so important and so powerful, the strength that comes from knowing this space in ourselves, or this space that's coming through ourselves, this consciousness that's helping each one of us through the equipments of our body, our mind, our intellect. This is such a powerful space, and I think a lot of people, a lot of us, have forgotten that for some length of time, and many people are starting to remember. And if you'd like some help, you know how to reach me. But I would really encourage this because, again, whether we look at Shakespeare, we look at Nelson Mandela, or we look at spiritual sages and gurus, this is the same information that's spread again and again through different traditions, different religions, different people, different souls that are with us, and we are souls too. So, in understanding thyself, it's understanding the soul that's within. And this understanding has a power to it, which I would love for each of us to experience and to live through. It's living through us, and the more we identify with our mind, our body, or our intellect, the less we truly understand that other space. And this is what I'm encouraging in this video today. Finally, I wanted to finish with this quotation by Pythagoras, and this quotation says, "Man, know thyself, then thou shalt know the universe and God." Man, know thyself, then thou shalt know the universe and God. Now, you know that the universe and God are often used interchangeably through various traditions, and I really believe that this is the process through which we can understand ourselves best. And by understanding ourselves, we can then understand everything around us too. I hope you'll take a look at the link just under this video. I hope you'll take a look at yourself and look deep within. And I hope you'll reach out to me if you need any help. I wish you a fantastic day ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.